There are tales, much like the ashes of the old world, scattered across the wastelands. Hidden within these stories are secrets, knowledge, and legends. I've traversed far and wide across this once great nation to share these stories with other travelers. I now offer you a choice to tune into this broadcast of the Waste Lords Legend Podcast.
Welcome back to the Wasteland, my friends. In today's episode, we're going to be pretty much discussing a lot of the new Fallout drops that we've had recently. That being the Fallout Magic the Gathering, which I don't have any cards, unfortunately, just yet. They just arrived in the mail today. I bought all 4 commander decks, and of course, the Mighty Caesar one. And then I also really want to get that Pip-Boy. There's a new Pip-Boy out. I don't recommend getting it just because I want to get it, and if you guys get it and I can't, I'm going to cry. And there's a bunch of other stuff. The new trailer dropped. Literally so much stuff going on for us Fallout fans, and there's a lot to go over. In today's podcast, of course, as always, we have the good old Neo Cypher. He's the guy who puts these all together. So give him a mad, go like his videos, go watch him, go subscribe to him because he's actually a based male Sigma. So I just said that. Don't cringe. Thank you all. And Neo, you want to say something?
Always. True to Kaisar.
Hell yeah. Alrighty, so jumping right into it, dude. What do you think?
I think that I'm going back and watching the first trailer after having watched the new one, and there's so many more details that are revealing themselves to me, while at the same time, I'm not learning anything new.
Exactly, bro. It's like, it's shrouded in mystery. You want to know what's going on, and then it's just like grabbing you by the nose and saying, no, you don't get to know yet.
Precisely.
It's got a lot of juicy details. If you guys haven't watched it, I recommend watching. I have 2 breakdown videos, one on the teaser trailer and one on the official trailer. I also recommend watching just the trailers alone. And there's a lot of crazy stuff in there. I'm talking NCR, Brotherhood Iron Man helmets. You'll see what I mean. And crazy things like nukes going on in post-war is what it seems like. Crazy vault experiments, like the whole works. It's bonkers.
So one thing that I want to talk about like right away is something that I've not seen a lot of talk of online. There's a lot of speculation since this new trailer came out about like what the show is going to be about. And big talk obviously around the Brotherhood and the NCR. But one detail that I noticed upon rewatch of this trailer is that the Brotherhood armor has East Coast ranks on it. And if anyone knows me, they know that I'm big into the ranks videos, and I discuss how the individual ranks of each Brotherhood faction from the West Coast to the Midwest to the East Coast all handle their ranking systems. And the East Coast, they have their rank on their armor, whereas the West Coast does not. And so like there was already speculation that it was East Coast, but it's weird just how many people think this is the West Coast Brotherhood, considering like all the information we're given. The uniforms match that of the East Coast Brotherhood. We see what is assumed to be the Pridwin. I'm pretty sure it's just the Pridwin. I don't know. And then there's the T60 power armor with the Brotherhood ranking system on the lower left arm. And we have West Coast Brotherhoods. Like, this looks like a full-on invasion force.
It does, dude. And what I was thinking is there's definitely a way they could have transmitted schemes, because they've done that before, the Brotherhood. Mm-hmm. I just don't feel like that's the West Coast Brotherhood. I feel like that's the East Coast coming back saying, hey, we're mighty men, and we're young and we're in our prime, because they're coming down and they're looking to destroy, dude. If you guys know the East Coast, they're kind of dickheads. They want to just rule everything pretty much. And
it's based.
It's pretty based, yes, it is. But yeah, they just want to go and destroy shit. Like, they're good from a view, but from other certain points of view, they're really not. So I don't know. I'm pretty conflicted on how I feel about the East Coast Brotherhood of Steel. I really like the West Coast. Sometimes they're babies, like the ones in New Vegas, but overall I really like the West Coast. But the East Coast, if they're coming down, they're definitely going to be causing some chaos and some wars. And if you see in the trailer, it kind of looks like they're coming here just to fight nonstop instead of just minding their own business and stealing people's tech.
Yeah, well, like my idea was too, because by the events of New Vegas, which are 10 years prior to the events of the TV show, the West Coast Brotherhood of Steel still exists. They're just for the most part in hiding. And that's because the NCR Brotherhood War took a really big toll on their numbers and also technology and military force in the area. But they're still alive and well. A lot of people think that the West Coast Brotherhood is either just the Mojave chapter or reflective of the Mojave chapter. And reflective, I'd say, is probably more accurate. But the Mojave chapter is one measly chapter that lost way more people than they should have in Helios 1. And while they are kind of representative of what the Brotherhood as a whole is doing by the events of New Vegas, that chapter is not a good example of the strength of the Brotherhood of Steel. And in the West, they have more bunkers, larger chapters, still in hiding, but they still did get decimated by the NCR because the NCR beat them to a point where they just considered they considered them not a priority in the war effort anymore and redeployed troops like Colonel Moore to Hoover Dam in order to fight the Legion. The Legion threat became bigger than that of the Brotherhood, which is saying something because the Brotherhood exists within their own territory, you know? So
yeah, it's pretty disrespectful, to be honest. I'd be pretty upset my enemy just forgets about me like that.
Yeah. So the Brotherhood of Steel NCR war, however, lasted like 20 years up to the events of Fallout New Vegas. I think that they could last another 10 years, especially if they're not high priority for the NCR. And especially even to further that point, if things didn't go well at Hoover Dam for NCR, whether that was a Legion victory, a House victory, Yes Man victory, or even a Pyrrhic victory for the NCR, I think the only way it would have gone well if the NCR got like an overwhelming victory at Hoover Dam, which seeing their logistical problems and who was leading that second battle, I don't think is in the cards. And I really hope Bethesda does something right by the fans and just makes it to where they didn't win. I know almost like 80% of the entire Fallout New Vegas community is NCR stands, and they really want the NCR to win the Battle of Hoover Dam. And I'm fine with them winning as long as it's an uphill slog and not a clear and decisive victory, because that's just not the NCR in the state of New Vegas, you know? And it would be even better if they just didn't touch those events at all. And we just focused on the Brotherhood NCR war. And to bring this full circle, it would make sense because we know the East Coast Brotherhood under Roger Maxson by the events of Fallout 4 are in contact with Lost Hills. Lost Hills granted Maxson the title of Elder prior to the events of Fallout 4. And so I'm assuming that in Fallout 4, they don't get destroyed. They, completely wipe the floor with the sense, which is what I assume is going to happen, i.e. see my video on why the Brotherhood of Steel always wins. And afterwards, get a huge boost to technology, get a huge boost to numbers, and then they probably get called out west to assist Lost Hills either in the war effort, or maybe Lost Hills goes dark for whatever reason, and they go out west to kind of see why, you know?
I strongly feel that they're heading west because they got their asses handed to them by the Minutemen gang rise up, and they're trying to retake the west since they know that the Minutemen are just holding the east like no one else. But no, I was thinking when you were talking about the NCR and how everyone wants them to win the Battle of Hoover Dam, I don't see it happening. And if it does, I agree with you. They need to make it where it's a struggle, because the NCR is just really stupid and it's just full of politics, and it's like nothing can get done because of the politics, and it's like infuriating. I kind of hate the NCR, to be honest with you. I also kind of hate the NCR, the Legion, from a standpoint of the games. That I think they're really cool and I love both factions, but if I was in Fallout, I'd hate both of them because there's so many struggles they have and they just can't fix them. It's just always something. Like the video we did on camp, what was it? What was the camp that we did the video
Guardian.
on with the Marlins?
Yes. Camp Guardian.
Exactly. Remember the whole radio situation? The whole reason they got shit on is because no one even cared at the NCR. They're always like, oh, blah, 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 logistical shit. And they suck, dude. So,
Yeah. The
honestly,
the NCR just has a logistical nightmare on their hands. And, I don't envy any military in their position. And I also don't envy any military under their leadership. Because, if they would have put literally any other general, if they would have put Colonel Moore in charge of the events of Hoover Dam, I think they would have had a winning shot on their own merit. And while the Legion did a really good job of, infiltrating, getting the Frumentarii into the NCR's ranks and, sending troops over to claim Cottonwood Cove and doing these decimation style tactics where they completely eradicated Searchlight, completely eradicated Nelson, decimated Nipton. These are all things that I think would have still happened under Colonel Moore, but I think she was a former Ranger and a veteran of the NCR Brotherhood War. That's where she spent almost her entire career was fighting the Brotherhood of Steel, and she got really good at it. And so I think that if she would have been in charge of the operations in the Mojave, she would have been able to mitigate the Legion threat while simultaneously alleviating some of the supply issues and taking care of some of the factions that were an issue, essentially. For instance, one of the first things that she has you do is go destroy the Brotherhood of Steel. Well, actually, maybe that's not one of the first things, but that's one of her things. And you can, obviously do the thing where you're like, well, I mean, they're friendly and they'll patrol the roads and exchange for advanced tech and whatever. And she's like, yeah, fine, I guess. She hates it, but she still does it. That's a sign of a good commander. Whereas Oliver, he's pulling as many troops as he can to the dam so that way they can entrench it and make it an uphill battle for the Legion. When he's doing that at the cost of the territories in the Mojave, which are annexed, just completely falling into chaos. It wouldn't take much more than a single operation to completely eradicate the Fiends. And I mean, you can do that in the time that the Legion is preparing for the Battle of the Dam, relieve the logistical nightmare that is surrounding Camp McCarran, and then bring troops to the dam for an offensive anyways. There's so many things that could have been done better,
And Oliver, he's pretty much just a meat writer for Kimball, right?
Well, he's a friend of Kimball's, I guess.
And that's why
yeah, that's why he's a general. I'm sure he would still have been an officer on his own merits. I think Kimball doesn't get enough credit. He's stubborn and that's his issue, but I don't think he's completely inept by any means. I think he understands strategy. I think he has some experience. I just think that he's stubborn and wants to make a point and puts too much faith into a losing hands, essentially.
Yeah, you just covered a lot, and I'm glad to hear that, because it just kind of shows you the NCR just doesn't really know too much about what they're doing. They're a force to be reckoned with for sure. They're a huge fighting force, but their worst enemy is literally themselves, because time and time again they cost themselves mistakes that are just way too high to pay normally. It's rough for them. And sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, tying back to the show, it's probably why they got nuked. They were just being assholes and then didn't really think about too much about what they're doing, and they got nuked.
So on a side note, because this whole talk about the NCR Brotherhood brings up another argument that I've been having in my comment section as well as with people on Instagram, because of course I would. Why do I do this to myself? One thing that I see a lot on my Why the Brotherhood of Steel Always Wins video is that a lot of people have the impression that the East Coast Brotherhood doesn't recruit. And they do things like the West Coast Brotherhood does, where they just have babies amongst themselves, and those people are in the Brotherhood and they don't ever pull in outsiders. But that's wholly not true. Whatsoever. There are so many new recruits that you can meet in Fallout 4 that come with the Pridwin expedition. including the player character. Like, you literally meet Paladin Dance, and he's like, "How would you like to join the Brotherhood of Steel?" And you're like, "Sure thing, buddy." You know, like,
Yeah.
I don't understand it. Like, I don't understand where that idea comes from. And they're like, "Oh, well, you know, Maxon went back to the old ways of the Brotherhood. That's how we got the outcasts back in the fold." And I'm like, well, that's true. It was actually more of a synthesis between Lion's Doctrine and the Maxon Doctrine from the West Coast. And that's how we got the outcasts back into the fold. Because he made a compromise, and he was like, all right, we can go back to shifting our focus on technology and destroying threats to humanity, and not just helping everyone in the wasteland altruistically. And what that did was that allowed the Brotherhood to turn into a full-on military force. Like, they have everything they need now to be just a big-ass army.
Yeah. And another thing that I want to say, a lot of people don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel originate from California. So they're like, why are the Brotherhood of Steel in California? Well, it's because they originated from California.
That is such a weird thing, too, to think about, because, like, I don't know. I've been playing Fallout since Fallout 3 came out in 2008. And there are, you know, people older than me that have been playing since Fallout 1 and 2. And it's crazy to think that there are entire generations of people who are playing the games now that haven't played anything other than, like, Fallout 76, or even, like, going back as far as saying, like, Fallout 4 was their first game. A lot of people my age, actually, I meet, and Fallout 4 was their first game. And then, yeah, so they'll see, like, the trailer, and they'll be like, yeah, I don't understand. Why is the Brotherhood of Steel in California? And I'm like, well, there are some reasons why, and these are them, you know?
Exactly.
But what
California's
doesn't
a big player.
what doesn't make sense is the Brotherhood of Steel being on the East Coast. Actually, like, I could understand it by the events of Fallout 3, because it'd been 200 years since the bombs fell. You know, they had plenty of time to, like, grow and expand as a faction, and we got to see that in, like, Fallout 1 and Fallout 2. And, like, yeah, I could see, like, you know, in 50 whatever years between Fallout 2 and Fallout 3. Actually, I think it was only 40. I think it was only 40. That they would, like, launch an expedition to the East Coast. I could see that. What I couldn't see was Fallout 76. Why is the Brotherhood of Steel? Why are they there? They were barely even a faction by the events of the game.
They wanted to go on a road trip, bro.
I just can't see it. I can't see Maxon being like, yeah, go ahead and take, like, all of our fucking power armor and all of our weapons and take it over to the East Coast to go look into this substance called, I forget what it's called, ultrasite, you know? Like, that. Yeah. That doesn't sound like Maxon at all. And this would have been like the OG Maxon. He would have still been alive at this time.
I can live with that, but it doesn't make much sense to me either, dude. It's not. It's just an excuse to have the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 76.
Right. And I don't see why they had to do that anyways. You know, like, I get maybe that's what they had to do in order to continue interest in the game, because, you know, the interest in Fallout 76 has waxed and waned over the years. But, like, counterpoint, instead of doing the Brotherhood of Steel, just do the Enclave. Because there was already an Enclave chapter. You didn't have to wipe them out. You could have had, like, Enclave remnants, or, like, even an Enclave civil war. Like, they talk about, like, the civil war happening within the vault. And I don't see why we couldn't have seen that in the game.
Would have been sick.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's just kind of dumb. But and now they're coming back to, they just want to zigzag across the country. I don't know what they're doing. I wonder what's going on with the middle of the country, because they just seem to go right past it, right through it, all witching away around it. And it can't be too much going on, you think, because if it was, they'd be stopping there sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
This is all just one big subversion, so that way the middle of the country gets completely filled with the Midwest Brotherhood.
Yeah, currently they're just getting huge right now. They got death claws and power armor, all kinds of shit.
Yeah. Maxon is like, yeah, we were flying to California, ran into the Midwest Brotherhood. They recognized my right as heir, and now we control the whole country.
Yeah, by the way, we stopped and refueled at Tactic Station, and they're pretty based.
Right, like we were in Chicago. We straight cranked on the Enclave in Chicago, flew out here.
Yeah, dude, you just look at the middle of the country, it's just all Brotherhood. The entire thing is ruled by them.
It's like, wait a minute, it's all Brotherhood? It always was.
That'd be awesome, dude. Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you think of the Brotherhood of Steel's helmet opening up like Iron Man?
I was just about to ask you, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know how I felt about it at first. I saw it and I was like, wow, they did that. And then my next thought was like, wow, that is a complete like logical next step for the armor. And then I like thought about it and I'm like, do I like it because it's new and cool and it makes sense, or do I hate it because it's a break from tradition? And I'm like watching the scene right now as we're talking about it. I think I fucking love it, especially for the T60. Like, I don't think it would make much sense for the T51, for instance, due to the design of the helmet. But yo, dude, for sure, because the T60 is supposed to be like an upgraded on all fronts model of the T45, you know?
Yeah, it's literally the most modern suit post-war,
and like,
pre-war.
Yeah, looking at this scene, it's probably even the most modern suit post-war. Like, I could imagine that the Brotherhood of Steel edited the armor design like after the fact. Of course, it doesn't look like it. We don't have any in-lore reason for that or example of it happening. Except for, I think maybe you can get a jetpack. That for sure is like a post-war thing. I'm pretty sure you get that from the Brotherhood of Steel, but I can't recall off the top of my head.
Jetpacks are pre-war, but yeah.
Just wait, they're pre-war?
Yeah, I believe so, because there's a Tesla magazines where that's like I think it says something directly about the jetpacks, but at least there's a visual art for it on the jetpacks. And
okay. I'll have to look into that because I thought it was a post-war design. But regardless,
it was probably a prototype anyways.
So I think I love the faceplate thing. Like, that's so fucking cool. And then the best part is they finally did right by the power armor by having the scouter come down. Boom.
Yeah, that was sick.
That OG part of the design of the T51 has like never been seen on power armor in the games. And it makes me so fucking mad because that's the coolest part of the whole goddamn shtick, you know, like, it's probably a useless thing for the power armor, but like, imagine that's like your VATS when you're in power armor, you know?
That's what I've always said it was. I don't know if I've actually have this documented on some of my videos, but that's exactly how I always thought it was. Is you pull that down and it activates your VATS. Also, it's like Boba Fett, bro. You literally pull that down, you can see shit. And for those who haven't watched my video on it, my opinion for that helmet thing, when I first seen it, I was like, oh, that's so sick. And then I was exactly like Neil, like, is it okay because it kind of changes lore? And I'm like, nah, I really just don't care. That's just too sick to hate on. Like, to be honest with you, that's just too damn cool.
Exactly.
It makes more sense because you know how you wear a big metal helmet, and I know this from cosplay. It can suck ass, especially because your depth perception, your field of view, everything gets murdered by it. Taking your helmet off is way better, right? You can breathe, but then guess what? You open yourself up to getting headshot, and you give yourself a big weakness. That faceplate, it's like Iron Man, and you save much of the protection, and then you get a lot of the view, and then you can just put it right back on as soon as you need it, which is just way better in every way.
Yeah, another fun fact too, which I don't know if anyone's mentioned yet, the suit of power armor that the dude is wearing in this scene has claw marks on it in the same spot that the one who fought the Yao Guai does.
It's him, bro. He's him. Did you see how he punches the Yao Guai? Oh my god, that was so cool.
He is the guy.
He's him.
The man.
Like, dude, imagine punching a bear with your freaking power armor. That would just be on another level of adrenaline. That'd be the coolest thing ever. That's one of my dreams.
punching him. I like really want to just fight a super mutant with power armor. That would be even better.
A fist fight, bro? Oh god,
Yeah.
that'd be dope.
Well, because like you remember like talking to Marcus in New Vegas, and you like ask him about Jacobstown, and
Yeah,
he's
they
like,
fought forever.
"Oh, maybe it's not in New Vegas. Maybe it's in Fallout 2." But he basically tells a story about him and a Brotherhood of Steel Knight fought for like 2 or 3 days or something, like just continuously on end, and then they stalemated so hard that they just laughed. They like laughed, and then they became friends, and people started congregating around them because who's gonna fuck with a super mutant and a Brotherhood of Steel Knight, right?
Yeah, exactly, dude. And that's New Vegas, and it's also the most based story in Fallout history, I think. Like, they were just so good at like fighting that they just couldn't kill each other,
Right.
and they just teamed up. Like, that is just ultra sick. And dude, the thing that I love the most about the trailer, and hear me out, we didn't see any ghouls, right? Which, besides the one dude, we didn't see any feral ghouls. And something else we didn't see that we always see in every single Fallout is super mutants. The reason I'm excited about that is because the Vault Dweller and the Chosen One went around California murking some mutants for a while. So you'd think that most of them would be exterminated by now. And that's what it's kind of looking like from the show. I mean, I can't say that because, you know, I'm sure they might show some, but we'll have to see.
Yeah. It's mostly the New California Republic that killed a lot of super mutants as like remnants of the Master's army. And like most of them were like in hiding or in their own settlements by the events of New Vegas. I could have swore in the first trailer there was like a scene of a ghoul somewhere. I'm gotta rewatch it.
You're right. I remember. It was a dark scene, wasn't it?
Yeah, I just I just watched it and I didn't see it, so like I'm rewatching it right now. Look at a dude with no nose. Look at a dude come out with no pants on. What is this? Post-apocalypse?
Blood shows up, no pants on, ready to go. Because I could have sworn, I don't know. I want to see what ghouls would look like. I'm also scared to see what mutants would look like in an adaptation of a movie. But, you know, I'm open for it.
It looks like the Brotherhood dude lost that fight against the bear.
It does, but then he gets dragged off, and then he's in the cave, and that's when he's punching the bear. So I'm assuming he wakes up. He probably went unconscious because the bear probably knocked him over, and then he probably hit his head inside his helmet. But the bear was probably trying to eat him. He's like, "Oh my god, I can't eat metal," and then, boom. But you know, Jaguars, they don't really give a shit.
Right. So another thing too, I noticed is that the scientist dude in the second trailer, like when it's showing the main three, like the ghoul guy and the fucking lady and the scientist dude, in front of the shop where the lady is like, "I thought you dipshits were dead." That scientist dude has his foot like blown the fuck off. Like it's not on his body anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I didn't see that the first time, but yeah, like upon rewatching it, yeah, that dude has no foot.
Damn, poor dude.
Yeah, I really wonder like what he's supposed to be, because all the other ones, it's like kind of pretty clear at the very least. Like we have enough lore to kind of fill in the blanks of who these people are or what their motivations are, but his is kind of not clear. And I think you said that like maybe he was like an Enclave remnant or something, or I think I've heard people say like, oh, he's like a Vault Tech dude. I really just don't know.
It's hard to say.
There's a lot of things that he could be if he's coming from an intellectual base, but I don't really see any signs of him being an intellectual other than the fact that he has like nerdy looking glasses and he's kind of nerdy looking himself.
And is he even a doctor, or were people just saying that? And I was just kind of thinking that too.
I don't ever see him in the vault, so I don't know.
He wears a lab coat. That's why I think he's his doctor.
There is like a guy, the guy who's like running with this dog, who's in a lab coat, but we don't see that that's like the same person.
To be honest, I kind of just assumed, but that could be false.
Well, that's all we can really do right now is just assume.
Yeah. Assume. Dude, okay, what'd you think of the guy? There was multiple scenes where the Power Armor dude, Maximus, I believe is his name, he's just getting shot, dude, and he just doesn't give a shit.
What do I think about? I think that's the most base thing ever.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, yes, this is how Power Armor is. It doesn't die. And you know the gun that the crazy ghoul guy, he was using to just shoot everything and like blow the hole through that guy, that was like something that looked like it was like a shotgun slug or a 45-70. It did nothing to the Power Armor was just like, whatever, bro. And he's like, oh shit, and he's like spamming his gun. He's like, yeah, you're done, buddy.
Dude, what's really weird, and you're not gonna believe this, that Ghoul's not in the trailer anymore.
Is that a what's his name, Mandela effect?
It might be. I distinctly remember seeing that Ghoul, and obviously memory is fallible, so I like. But we talked about it in the podcast.
I thought it jumped and it like rolled.
It's like no, it was like crawling out of something, crawling out of like a vent or something. I don't know. But it was like a straight on shot. Like you're like looking and there's like black around the screen, and then you see like the face of the Ghoul emerge as he's like crawling towards you, and then it switches. It's like a very fast scene. I just watched the first trailer twice and it's not in there.
I'll tell you what though, if it was there and our memory's not wrong, it'll be in my video on it. My original video.
All right, I'm going to your channel right now. This was talk about the Fallout show. It's very quickly becoming, is the Mandela effect real?
Is it, guys? Is the Monopoly Man, does he really have a little thing on his, what a monocle? Damn it, how did I forget the monocle? And what's another one, dude, that just blows your mind on the Mandela effect? I'm trying to think so hard.
Is it Fallout show a look at its beauty?
Yes.
Nice, you almost got 2K views on this. Happy
let's go, dude. Dude, my other video did 7K. I was so hyped.
The new one?
Yeah.
Dope.
I was so hyped, dude.
That's crazy, because I was like the fifth view or something on it.
Yeah, bro. And then you commented, and it was just like, the mighty freaking Neo is here. So, rejoice.
The legions of Caesar descended upon your video.
Exactly, bro. So epic.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing the scene in here, and I can't like listen to your voice because we're on the podcast, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got it in here.
I would load it down too. So
I wonder
if it's in there. I mean,
I'll have to watch this later, see if you mention it at all.
I could have sworn it was, dude, but I mean, I don't know. There's no way we both remember a Ghoul being in there and then it's not in there.
There's totally a way. That's literally what the Mandela effect is, yeah. But the Mandela effect is just it's just like a mass misremembering of an event. You know, it's not like a phenomenon that is even feasibly possible in the physical world.
Or is it?
All right, yeah, Fallout show Feral Ghoul. We're gonna see what comes up with this.
We're doing research right now for you guys, so you guys don't have to look at it up. Because if there's a Ghoul in the show, we got to know. It's pretty straightforward.
All right, so there are no images right off the bat.
Oh my god, dude! I feel like I remember him crawling. I don't know if it's all the times going into Super Duper Mart in Fallout 4 and Fallout 3, or specifically Fallout 4 when they're climbing out of like the vents and shit and falling off. That's what I'm remembering.
This title reads, "New Fallout trailer looks incredible, and it's everything Halo isn't."
Yeah, dude. Exactly.
I'm honestly really excited because the studio behind Westworld is working on this, and Westworld was a fucking amazing show. And also the people who worked with The Boys also works on this, and The Boys is like critically acclaimed as well. So that's really exciting.
I'm hyped, dude. I've been hyped since the beginning. Everyone's like, "Oh, you're gonna be disappointed," and then it's just like, I don't really care. I just like if I am disappointed, that's upsetting. But at least this is getting more attention than Fallout.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd rather like have more media to be disappointed about than like have something that never occurs. Like imagine if Fallout 76 was the very last Fallout content that was ever created. Oh, snap. I just realized something. When that Chica's leaving the Vault 33, there's a dude like just on the ground next to her. Like he looks dead. He does not look good at all.
He's like all white.
No.
Faded away.
No, he's in a vault suit.
Oh, he's in a vault suit, dude?
Yeah, in the OG trailer. I don't know if you got a computer by you, but like hop into it if you can, because yeah, he's just he's not doing good. Oh, maybe it's a girl. I can't tell. You know, it doesn't matter.
You're not assuming genders, right?
I'm totally assuming genders.
Because that would be very, very disrespectful of you.
I'm literally the guy that loves the faction that crucifies people. I don't think I can get any worse.
Literally. Okay, hold up. I'm pulling up. What video are you specifically watching? Are you watching a video?
It's the very first Fallout trailer.
I'm just gonna watch my video on it because I just slowed it down, so it'll just be easier.
Okay, but did you like do like frame by frame of the first trailer?
Yeah, I believe so.
Are you sure?
Dude, I can't remember half the things I do. Pretty sure that is what I did.
Our viewers are listening to us watch the trailers.
Yeah, watch the trailers with us, guys.
POV, you're a Fallout nerd.
POV, you spend all day on Fallout shit.
For real.
The amount of time I spent watching that trailer, dude, was ridiculous. I can't find my own video on it. Look at Its Beauty is what it's called, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it should be like right around here that it pops out. But I'm not seeing it.
The most humble thing ever is looking up your own videos and not being able to find it. That'll humble anyone, I'm going to be honest with y'all. Let's go to... I'm going to have to find it through my channel. I'm going to cry. Alrighty.
Oh man, it's not in the fucking trailer, dude.
It's not
killing me. No. Like, I'm tripping, dog. I like just watched it again.
Was there only one teaser trailer? Is that it? Like, I thought there was only one thing. I thought we were only given one thing.
I am pretty sure, yeah. I'm pretty sure we were only given the one.
How?
I'm not sure. I don't know where it went.
There was no leaked images of a ghoul. I don't remember that because I thought it was like crawling or some shit. Or moving. It was like falling or crawling or I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the second trailer. Okay, so that's not what I want. Where are you, OG trailer?
Hey, when you were saying the chick was walking out, like, and she seen someone dead, was it the... You weren't talking about the skull, there's no way.
No, look in the vault, dude. By the front door.
Oh, no, that was the dude that was knocked out. I'm pretty sure that's her brother.
Knocked down?
Yeah, they just knocked him out. No, he's just out cold. He's just seeing stars.
Okay.
He's just having a nappy poo.
Where is the...
Perhaps it's by dog meat?
No. I remember being in like the third half. I like just watched that scene where like dog meat was eating that rad roach, and it's not that. I remember it like right around the time where they're like showing the bear and the axolotl and the Maximus running in combat and Codsworth.
Yeah, I remember one of them was a rad roach with that old guy.
Mhm.
Yeah, hold up, dude. I think I know. I think we're misremembering it. Is it a ghoul? But I think it's. Can I please
Well,
find it?
Ghoul or not, like I can't even find the scene.
It was a dark scene. That's all I remember. Damn it! Where is it, dude? Them damn UFOs. Abduct
We
us and
gotta
change news.
we gotta title this episode "The Mandela Effect is Real."
For real, dude. I swear there was a ghoul walking around crawling.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
crazy.
tell
Like
me-
I'm still like I'm on Google like looking for it right now, and I can't find any references to a feral ghoul at all. And see, what originally got me like thinking about this was the Courier with No Name. Shout out the Courier with No Name, dope channel, dope guy. He sent me like a video from I don't know that event. It's like SXSW or whatever, and in one of the cages, there's like a feral ghoul character, and I'm like, wow, this looks totally different than the one that was in the trailer. Because the one that was in the trailer was all like CGI, and it looked pretty terrible. And now that I'm going through it, like, did it even exist? Was there ever a ghoul in the trailer?
Dude, there so was. There so was.
I don't know, man. I'm doubting everything. Am I even a Fallout fan?
Are you even, bro? There's no way.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so anymore.
Guys, if you've seen a ghoul in the TV show, you got to let us know down in the comments. Because if we're the only ones, that's got to be embarrassing.
I'm so embarrassed. I'm embarrassed Max right now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm embarrassed maxing because or there was a feral ghoul maxing crawling through the ground. I just gave up.
To Reddit.
Oh, bro's actually popping on Reddit? Oh my god. We're about to solve this, guys. Reddit's got niche problems solved everywhere.
Okay, let's see. Search Reddit. It's crazy that I can't just like. Actually, I can. Let's do this. Fallout TV show, feral ghoul, NCR. I mean Reddit. My bad.
He was crawling, dude. He was crawling or stumbling, or I remember he was not running. He was not running. It was. Yeah, I hope you find it, dude, because I swear there was a ghoul.
See, I don't remember the ghoul running. I just remember him like crawling. Like he was
Exactly,
like crawling.
He wasn't
towards
running or walking. He was crawling or stumbling.
Oh my god, it's
On
gonna
the
kill me.
ground.
Okay, we have to switch gears. Let's talk about something else. I'm gonna take
All right.
to Reddit later. If any of you are watching this, go to Reddit r/Fallout and see if you can find my post on this Mandela effect.
Please solve it, guys. But dude, no, okay, it's gonna actually drive me insane. Let's think about something else. I was one of the kids that looked up the Mandela effect and watched videos on that for hours. So,
Dude, I still do, even though it's like my least favorite conspiracy theory.
even though I know it's got to be fake, I just can't stop watching. I love it. It's like this is hot garbage, but I can't stop watching.
Right. Well, it's like, I don't know, man. A lot of people put so much stock in their memory, and memory is the least reliable way of ascertaining information or documenting information, you know? Like
That's
our
why
brain,
witnesses don't really work.
our brains literally create fake memories.
Pretty
And
basic.
so, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. But yeah, if you're like relying only on memory, you could be like, you could actually remember, I don't know, seeing an angel descend from the sky, and it could have never happened. Like, not once.
Have you seen the video where they start talking about they implant false memories in the people, and they just totally go on with it? Like, yeah, remember when you were a kid, you seen that hot air balloon? Oh, you're right. I remember going in there. Yeah, actually, I'm just lying. You just got gaslit into believing something.
Yeah, they used to do those in interrogations a lot. They'd be like, we know you were there. We saw you. And they're like, oh my God, you're right. They're like, they've never been there in their life.
Yeah, dude, that's so. It's funny, but it's so messed up. You're just getting gaslit until you believe something that's not true. But that's why
Right.
paranormal shit. That's oh god. Now I'm gonna go down the paranormal rabbit loop.
Oh, this is perfect because there's something in Fallout that I wanted to talk about involving paranormal shit. But go on.
Okay. Really quick, guys. I'm a Christian and I believe in supernatural stuff. So all I want to say is I heard someone singing in a haunted house, and I didn't know it was haunted at the time. Well, I did at that time, but previously did not know. And it's not documented anywhere that this place is haunted. I am going to make a new channel where I do paranormal stuff, and I'm going to prove that place is haunted because that place is legitimately haunted. Anyways, I went there. I've seen a lot of crazy stuff happen, like weird stuff. But the weirdest thing ever is I was with my uncle and we were walking into this house and we heard this humming. And this house is built in like 1800s. So we're hearing humming and we're like, what is going on here? And we hear it's singing. We got to open the door. It's completely locked. That entire building is locked. It was 100% coming from that building. But as soon as we went to go grab the door handle, it all stopped. And we went to go tell the lady that ran that place. And she said, we're like, yeah. So we went over there and we heard it and she was like humming. And I know it wasn't her because she was with my parents at the time. And they were all in the main house, which was way far away. And there's no way that they were humming or anything. And me and my uncle both heard it from the inside of that house. It was the eeriest thing ever. Anyways, do you want to connect that to Fallout? So this is a Fallout podcast?
For show. So the the Atlantic City update in Fallout 76 added a new location very close to Vault 76.
Oh, when was this?
Recently. It's a cult location called the Organ Cave.
Oh, dude, guess what? The coolest thing happened. My camp is right there. My camp is literally guarding the entrance of that. So now it's like a legacy camp because you can't place a camp there.
Is that like it just accidentally happened?
Yes, I had that camp there. It's called the Stacks because it was like the Stacks of Ohio from Ready Player One. And
okay.
It's literally, I'll show you it next time we hop in the Fallout. It's literally guarding the entrance to that. Like I have a gate to their gate. It's just crazy.
That is dope.
I was so hyped when that happened because I went to go back to my base and I'm like, what the fuck? Like what happened here? Because like a lot of my stuff was like misplaced and like I don't remember the structure being the same and I was thinking it was Mandela effect. And then it was like the cave and I'm like, what? And then I discovered the location. So
it turns out like Fallout 76 is just gaslighting you. They're like, this has been here the whole time.
What do you mean? It's actually always here.
Right.
That's ridiculous, dude.
So so the Organ Cave is like really interesting. I didn't know anything about it until I watched the Epic Nate's new video on the Dunwich mysteries. And God, that dude is a godsend for everyone in the Fallout and Elder Scrolls community. His channel puts out such good, like, detailed research into things that most people wouldn't even know. And so he's been going on this long series where he's like talking about the Dunwich mysteries and like how they tie into the world and kind of like unwrapping the lore from all the information that we can really ascertain at the moment. And so there's a few cool things in 76. There was that Organ Cave, which got like blood red water and like weird happenings occurring within it. And how there's I forget what it's called, but it's basically like a big hole somewhere on the west side of the map, I think, that has like a skeleton in it, like a special whale-like skeleton at the bottom of this hole.
The Big Maw. I did a video on that. It was pretty freaking. It's a scary place.
Yeah, that thing. And so he's like connecting the dots on how all these things are tied together, and it's fascinating. Like listening to that has actually made me wish that the East Coast Fallout games were actually just horror games, like Dunwich horror games. I think that would be so much better.
That'd be badass. What's that video called?
Let me go find it.
Shout out to Epic Nate. That dude's dope. He was at freaking New Vegas Day, dude, and I didn't see him because I'm a dummy.
Dude, there were a lot of people that were. Like, I saw this one. Okay, it's called Dunwich Returns. Fallout's Biggest Mystery Gets Better by the Epic Nate 315. Go watch it if you haven't already because it is sick.
I gotta watch it, dude. That's what I'm gonna do after this.
It's like an hour long. Be prepared.
I love horror aspects of Fallout. It's my favorite. That's why the first podcast was horror.
And yeah, there are a lot of people at that at SXSW. Am I saying that right? Is that what it's called?
Dude, I don't know. You're trying to say Elon Musk's son, but yeah, I remember what you're saying. I know exactly what you're. Yeah, it's like S. It's definitely got those 3 letters in it.
Yeah, SXSW.
Yeah, that was sick, dude. I seen some videos of that.
He was there. A bunch of other like Fallout YouTubers were there, including the Courier with No Name. He went to.
He's a based Sigma male as well.
Yeah, I wish I would have went, but shelled out the several $100s to be in Texas for one day.
I was thinking about that too, dude. I was like, damn, I could have been there.
Yeah, but you're a lot closer to Texas than I am, though.
Yeah, but I can't drive. But we're gonna be at New Vegas Day, guys. So I mean, just saying. And Epic Nate was at New Vegas Day, and I didn't freaking see him, dude, because I'm a dummy. I got a picture of Mantis.
We're gonna play Where's Waldo, because no one knows what I look like except for like Waste and Courier. So if you can find me at New Vegas Day, get a picture. We'll get a picture together, and then you can have something that no one has, which is my real identity.
It's special and a little tad bit of the secret. He's probably going to be hanging out with us the entire time, so it won't be too hard to find him, guys.
Maybe, but there's going to be a lot of people hanging out with you guys because you're Chads.
We're pretty much, yeah, exactly. We're Chads. But no, dude, I'm going to get a new helmet. I'm going to be, I hope I can get a new helmet. I keep spending my money on shit. Like ammo. I'm going to 100% get a new helmet. I'm manifesting it like a hippie.
And you need to get boots too. Like if I show up to New Vegas Day and you're still rocking around in those fucking kindergarten shoes, I'm going to buy you a pair of boots because I can't have that.
God. No, I definitely need boots. I have boots. I have cowboy boots that I used. If you guys don't know this, I've done a lot of cowboy stuff. And so I got these boots and they suck for walking, but I can ride in them, which is really what you need the boots for. That's like the whole purpose of cowboy boots. The reason that they're shaped like that is so you can actually use these stirrups. But anyways, I could only use those boots for riding. So I was like, okay, well, I'll try to use them for my cosplay. And you can see them in some of my videos, but they hurt like shit to walk in. So, and they're just way too big. I don't know if I want hiking boots or cowboy boots. What would you recommend? I'm assuming
hiking boots.
Yeah.
My recommendation is always combat boots. Like the theory is that if it's good enough for the military who has to do like, forced marches of like upwards of 20 miles a day in full combat gear, then it's good enough for a cosplay.
True, dude. True. And I'm going to try to get like some older style ones too. And I'll get those and a helmet and I'll be freaking set. Cause I love the helmet I have now, but at nighttime it looks so sick. At daytime it looks like ass. So
there's this style of combat boot called like the jungle combat boot, which was a common use in Vietnam. They're pretty comfortable and usually pretty cheap because they're so old. So like I'd recommend a pair of these or just any straight up combat boot. Even if you get like the modern day military boot, those are actually those are a lot better, but they're more expensive, So
yeah.
But any sort of boots would be better than those shoes, bro.
Hey,
I don't mean to talk shit, but I can't stand them.
Dude, my uncle hates them too. I'm gonna have to send you a picture of them. They are literal Fallout shoes, guys. Those were the shoes I got from Walmart for like $10, and I just wore the shit out of them. And I made them so comfy by wearing them so much. And the bottoms literally have holes in them. So I was like, hey, they're from Fallout.
Literally falling out.
They literally look like they're from Fallout. I'm not kidding. You could stick your finger through it and touch my feet. But I definitely need new shoes because those are going to be ass to hike in. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to use them for... Oh, I'm also going to the NAR thing in Phoenix, the gaming con. So if you guys... No, there's probably not going to be out by then. But dude, the gaming con is going to be sick, bro. Because there's going to be a lot of Fallout cosplayers there. Look at some pictures. But we need to start a petition to get you in Arizona, my man.
Yeah, there's a lot of things. I just need like money. Like if I had money, I could fly out there for a weekend. It's not that expensive. It's like, I don't know, depending on the time of year, like $200 or something for a round trip, which is reasonable. I'm an adult man with several jobs, so like I can afford a couple $100. But I just can't afford it that often. So it's like, do I spend a couple $100 here and there and like continuously take trips to Arizona to like fuck off and do whatever, or do I save up and spend a couple thousand at New Vegas Day?
Yeah,
I think
true.
that second one's what I want to do, because like, you know, I don't know yet if I want to get like a hotel room or if I want to just camp there at Good Springs. I'll probably just camp because I'm rugged like that. But what I really want to do is like buy merch and like, you know, not sell it, but I want to like give it to people, like create my own merch and give it to people, and then also buy people drinks and shit like that, you know.
It'd be pretty sick, dude. I'm probably gonna be rocking your shirt. I don't know if I'm gonna be rocking it at New Vegas Day, but it's definitely gonna bring it because those are comfy as hell, guys. Go check his shop out. I'll bring the link in the bio. But dude, no, New Vegas Day is actually the coolest thing ever. I'm not gonna lie. I brought friends over that don't even know Fallout that like very well, and they loved it. And I didn't know what to do at first, but I eventually found out you literally just go around and talk to people. And there's so many unique people because they're just like us. They're just huge nerds in Fallout, and you could literally pick up a conversation with anything, and they'll know what you're talking about. Because if you're a nerd like me, you'll start relating everything to Fallout, and you can't get a girlfriend, and no one wants you around. But no, I'm just kidding.
Womp
Womp womp hell. But no. Actually, it's so sick to just go there and hang out with people that are like you and know all the lore.
Bro, I can't wait to see all the Legion dudes. Like, I was surprised that there were as many as there were at New Vegas Day, which wasn't a lot from what I could tell, but just having like one or two is enough. And I'm pretty sure that guy,
and my
dude I follow on Instagram, who's got that like sick ass fucking Centurion cosplay. I think it's a like Vault dude or something.
It's Vault Boy something. Let me pull him up because he's actually sick as hell.
Oh, I'm pulling him up right now.
Okay, sick. Yeah, he does the coolest cosplay. He's from like France, right?
Yeah, Vault Boy 72.
Yeah, he's so sick, dude. He
French
makes the coolest
cosplay,
cosplay, dude.
That means we probably won't get to see him at New Vegas Day. Womp womp.
Damn. I'm gonna actually text him after this and say, "Hey, you better be at New Vegas Day, bro."
Yeah. Okay. Let's give an official shout out to vault.boy.72 at Instagram. Sorry. Let me re-say that. At vault.boy.72 did one of the sickest Centurion cosplays I've ever seen. And like just the stuff on his channel, like it's high quality pictures, high quality items, really good posts. I love it.
Follow him. He's a godsend because everyone does Ranger cosplay. Like Ranger, if you do Ranger cosplay, you're just kind of base. You're kind of base, but you're also kind of just. I don't want to say lame because that'd be kind of shouting out people I like that do cosplay as a Ranger.
Dude, you do Ranger cosplay,
and it's everyone does it, but people never really do Legion shit, and that is really cool that he's doing Legion shit.
Yeah, well, especially too because he's got like the Legion Ranger armor, which is just like, from what I recall, a fan made modded armor, but it looks sick as hell rendered into real life. Man,
oh my god,
it's so cool looking.
It's the coolest. It's literally the coolest Ranger cosplay. I'll be honest.
Yeah, honestly, all this dude stuff is cool. So again, at vault.boy.72 on Instagram, go check him out. If you dig his stuff, give him a follow. And he's one of my favorites. Every time he posts something, I'm like, God damn, that's cool. It's going on my story.
Yeah, dude, literally. He's got the coolest shit ever. It just really, I just love the Instagram, like how many creators they are. And a lot of them are at New Vegas Day, guys. So you should definitely go. But there's so many creators like Nova Runes Cosplay, Vault Girl Blues, Jake the Courier, all those kind of people. Those are all NAR. I don't know why I just specifically chose NAR. It's a really great group. I'm in them. Actually, they're sick. But they make such good cosplay, and it's really what keeps the fan base alive. I think more than playing the games is the people that do the online personalities like we do, and people that cosplay. And it's just like they're really keeping it alive and giving us content when nothing else is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be like all awe-inspired and emotional. I'm just saying, like, it's just so cool that we have a community like that. where people will spend lots of money and dress up and potentially embarrass themselves by looking like nerds and make that content. And it's just so sick, dude. I love it.
Bro, I'm gonna have to give a shout out to another creator here for doing like live action Legion stuff. The Fallout Linnaeus channel on YouTube. I don't actually know like what the names of the people who run this channel are, but this channel in of itself, it put out that Fallout Linnaeus fan film, which I don't know if you saw, Waste, but I sent it to you on Instagram so you could watch it if you haven't seen it yet. And this one too, like, let's see, when did this come out? It had to have come out in like, 2013. I think I said 2012 earlier. 2013. One of the coolest fan films I've ever seen. And I sometimes use the footage of it in my videos, and I make sure to link the creator as much as possible. I love this video, and the creator has been like talking about making another one here soon. And I can't wait because everything was so on point in this, like costuming, the acting, the sound effects were like sound effects from Fallout, which is funny. There's like a scene where like Linnaeus like hits someone and it's like the bonk sound. It's like bonk.
That's hilarious, dude.
I know.
As Caesar himself.
What's that? Oh, cast me
as Caesar, not just some legionary. Caesar. Just make yourself. Just smoke a couple of cigarettes, dude, and get really old. Like look really old.
get really old off a couple of cigarettes. Boy, do I have some news for you. No, you just like I'd be in the desert for like one day and I'd dry up.
Dude, you'd think I would look old, but I got a baby face, bro. But no. Have you camped in the desert before?
Yes, kind of. Like not. I haven't camped in the Arizona desert, but I grew up in the high desert. So like the camping's similar, but it's a little bit different because it's a little bit colder of an environment, and there's not as many like threats.
Well, dude, when you come over, because you're coming over after New Vegas Day, and we're gonna do some cool stuff. We should go camping, bro. Just imagine.
I'm down. I've actually been really wanting to go camping right now, but you know, I live in the north where the weather is dog shit all year, except for like fucking 2 weeks. And so camping is fine if you want to camp in the cold and the rain, which I don't really want to do. I like camping under the stars, you know, in desert environments. The forest is like fucking scary shit too, because like you can get like a cleared out campsite, but there's a tree line, you know? So
oh god, dude.
20 yards all around your camp, there's like a tree line that you can't see into, even like with campfire at night. Like it gets pretty fucking sketchy. And I know I'm just being a little baby about it.
No, you're not though, because I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. When you're in the forest and you got the firelight, and then you see all the trees, it's like, oh god, something's in there. Some ancient deity is waiting to rip me apart.
Fucking Wendigo.
Yeah, skinwalkers. Oh god, dude. Especially Arizona. I hate. I'll be like driving home, and I'm listening to my scary stories on my phone, and then I'll be listening to either Fallout lore or like skinwalker stories, and it's like I was in Flagstaff or I was in Arizona, and I'm just like, oh great. Driving home,
right?
Please don't get me.
Those are my favorite. Not a lot of stories take place where I'm at unless it's like Bigfoot. And I don't know, dude. Bigfoot's just not scary in my opinion.
He's not. He's just a big monkey.
Monkey. I would laugh if like a Bigfoot just showed up and he's like in a fucking suit and tie and he's like, God damn, the goddamn wife's been bitching at me in the cave all night.
I gotta get out of here, some bitch.
Right? He's like, you got a beer?
Dude, you know, I mean, maybe they just want beers and they just want to get out of their cave every once in a while. And then when people see him, they're like, oh, he's so stinky. And it's like, well, shit. Probably what his wife was saying. That's probably why he left.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's wrap this up. It's been an honor.
It's been an honor, dude. And guys, if you were wondering why we talk about conspiracy and scary story stuff so much, it's because we love that not as much as we love Fallout, but a lot. And if you ever see us, you ever hear our voices on a scary story channel, We made it.
I was about to say it's because we're we're low key plugging a scary channel that we're gonna launch.
It's gonna be the most epic thing ever.
Man,
dude, imagine a scary story theory podcast. Oh my god, that'd be sick.
Yeah, we gotta get the viewer base first.
Oh shit, yeah, guys, we're talking about Fallout. All of what we just said was in Fallout 76.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Fallout, baby.
Oh yeah. So, anyways, guys, we really appreciate you sticking around. If you sticked around to our rants and stuff, it's just we're good friends, and so when we talk, we don't just always follow the plan because we're not, sheep. And but what do you guys think about the Fallout TV show? Is it awesome? Yeah. Is it cool? Yeah. Is it like mystery? What do you guys think? We want to know. And if you've seen the Ghoul as well, also go check out Neo's Reddit post. Neo, you can plug that in on your segment. But it's very mysterious, the trailer, and I really feel like I've seen a Ghoul there. So you guys let us know what you think. And thank you, Neo, for getting this podcast set up, bro. And you say your piece.
Yeah, I mean, basically just what you said. If you remember the Ghoul, please comment so that way we could talk about it. Because I'm tripping. We're both tripping about this right now.
It's hurting.
It's hurting for real. And thank you. I just want to say thank you for listening. Tuning in once a month as we put out these insanely cool podcast episodes. Yeah, and then each one's doing better and better. Like the last one we did got over 300 views on it, and the one before that's 172, 40. Yeah, 300. We're up to 36 subscribers, baby.
Dude, let's go. Hell yeah. Thank you guys for watching. This is crazy. We started this podcast as minnows in an ocean of sigmas. And we're
by being based, we are now up to 36 subs. All thanks to you. We're chat maxing. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Thank you all so much for watching. Go sub to Neo. He's going to put some links in the bio. Check those out. And thank you all so much for watching. We really appreciate it. You guys subscribing and liking it. It means the world to us. And with all that said, may the Wasteland treat you with peace and prosperity.
Oh shit, I'm the one who has to stop the recording, aren't I? Oh shit.